I mean, mainstream music can't possibly appeal to everybody all the time, can it? Can it?
No.
So obviously the letters mean do it yourself, and so I've always interpreted that as being doing things that you may pay other people to do in, say, the industry, so things like management, tours, publicising things, sound engineering, people taking responsibility for doing that themselves and kind of not really doing it for money or any sort of gain.
DIY for me is an ethos that involves taking responsibility for yourself and others and creating culture of music, anything else.
Yeah, I'd like to see young people get into the scene, to carry it on. I mean, chances are that they're not, because it might not be relevant anymore, either potentially negatively because people are just passive, brainwashed, accepting of the status quo, and there is a plurality of cultural options that you can choose from.
I think having a space that's affordable for bands to practice enables people to experiment. It's affordable, so it allows that, and I think one of the reasons why over the last few years there have been so many great bands coming out of Sheffield is because it's had such a thriving DIY scene.
I think for a long time the only places people could put gigs on, whether it be a noise gig or a synth pop gig or a punk gig or whatever, would be in somebody else's place, so a pub or the like, and that restricts what you can do, and you're not really in charge, and so you can't take as much responsibility as when you do in somewhere like this.
We got this place in January, and we've been putting on shows and building practice space and venue, and turning it from a wig shop into a fully functioning DIY space.
A DIY space like the Logol enables bands to practice. It also allows people to put on events, create art and experiment. And it's within that sort of ethos of DIY, so there's nobody making any money out of it.
I'm part of a collective that run Kids of the Lug Hole Records. We've been going for probably about 3 years, maybe a bit more. So it's mainly a punk DIY label, and its majority of bands are bands that either practice or play at Lug Hole.
The label came out of the great Sheffield DIY punk scene, and over the last few years the scene's been thriving. There have been some amazing bands coming out. Sheffield had everything else going for it.
I think having the record label side of this space is kind of a natural progression.
Doing DIY spaces and stuff is amazing, and taking responsibility for your own culture and your own community is amazing and rewarding, but also involves, unblocking drains and loads and loads of fishing bog roll cores out of toilets and other stuff that people just dropped in there on a foot.
I think DIY is integral to any kind of music scene. I think without DIY we wouldn't be able to have innovation in bands.
Wouldn't want to be comfortable, would you?
Not at the expense of being able to express yourself and being part of a good community.
Given a chance and given the right kind of environment, the DIY scene grows. So where we used to have gigs in smaller pubs and venues and 30, 40 people came out, now you'd see 100, maybe a bit over 100 come out.
There's definitely always going to be an alternative scene. If it's not punk music, that punk mentality of outsiders making music and just doing stuff that other people don't get, pissing people off until someone gets it, then yeah, there definitely is.